From the American Midwest to northern Britain, severe storms and flooding have left a path of devastation. Jeff Masters is the director of meteorology at Weather Underground, a U.S. online news service. Speaking on our Hashtag VOA TV program via Skype, Masters says global warming is partly to blame because it heats up the world's oceans and sends evaporated water into the atmosphere, where it generates more heat.
Now, with a warmer atmosphere, you've got more energy to power bigger storms. So when it does rain, you're going to see more of those high-end societal impactful events.
Global temperatures have been rising for years, but in December 2015, they coincided with the start of an unusually strong El Niño, a natural periodic warming of the eastern Pacific Ocean that can last a year or two. Some climate observers say the combination of global warming and El Niño appears to have caused temperatures at the North Pole to rise briefly above freezing in December, something that's happened only 3 times since 1948. Robert Finney is the author of Robert Scribbler, a popular U.S. blog about environmental issues. He told Hashtag VOA the Arctic heat wave is melting sea ice and creating a feedback effect.
The loss of sea ice turns a white reflective surface to a dark heat-absorbing surface. And so during the summertime, the Arctic Ocean is sucking up a lot more heat from the solar rays. And over time, it re-radiates that heat over the fall and into the winter. And that's a really big impact. That's a new impact that we're seeing.
The Arctic's polar bears live, hunt, and breed on the shrinking ice. Polar Bears International is a U.S. and Canadian nonprofit dedicated to conserving the animals, whose numbers are dropping. The group's chief scientist, Stephen Amstrup, told Hashtag VOA via Skype that more of the animals will disappear even if the international community limits global warming to 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, as agreed at last month's Paris Climate Conference.
The impacts would be significant, and we would lose polar bears over much of their current range. But it's a lot more than polar bears. People say, well, polar bears live way up north, and why should I care? They're just really harbingers of what's coming to the rest of us.
The climate observers say what's coming in 2016 could be more human losses to extreme weather, as global warming and El Niño continue to fuel each other in the coming months. Michael Lipin, VOA News, Washington.